conservatives apparently just can't catch a break. They're having a little bit of difficulty dating, or at least that's what Newsmax believes. So they dedicated a whole segment to college students reacting to certain characteristics of potential mates. Let's watch.
Dating standards have hit a new low. It looks like the Democrats' sleazy, anti-conservative, Trump-hating rhetoric is taking a major toll on the minds of young people. Campus reform took to the University of Florida's campus with fake dating profiles to see what these students really find attractive.
Proud Christian, conservative, Trump supporter, member of college Republicans.
If you're gonna put Trump supporter in your thing, that's a little too much for me. Trump is gross.
Left. Trump supporter took me out.
Oh, definitely no, because he's a Trump supporter. Like that's a definite deal breaker.
Oh, so for all of you who don't know, swiping left means no. Okay. Well, thankfully, I'm engaged and also long out of college. Otherwise, I would be out of luck in those schools, right?
No one cares, bro. No one cares about you being engaged. Also, starting that off with sleazy Trump hating rhetoric. Trump supporters literally think their political opponents are trafficking children. Really? You want to talk about sleazy, hateful rhetoric? Come on.
And also, and it's sleazy anyway. Trump, they like him because he is sleazy. Right? That's the thing about him. And then here's the central premise is, so what we did is to find out with these terrible people, we came up with fake profiles and we showed them to. It's you started out you're going to lie to these kids. And they went out and they lied to them and the kids. And it's whoa, what do they want out of this interaction? It is such low stakes. It reminds me of Jesse Waters when he was on the original O'Reilly Factor, where they do these man on the street things. They're not jokes. There's no punchlines. They think it's absolutely hilarious. Guys, we're gonna do a fun little segment where we go out there and talk about how those Democrats don't want to date Republicans. They wouldn't be caught dead with us, which is a great way for us to say we wouldn't be caught dead with them. You're doing the same thing you're accusing them of.
Totally. And there is a punchline. The punchline is the guy who's anchoring this ridiculous segment with that, God, how am I forgetting the name of that character from The Office? The one who wears the mustard all the time. Dwight Schrute. With that Dwight Schrute tie. Well, okay, so then they react to who the women would swipe right on, right? Because on Tinder, if you like someone, you swipe right. If you don't like someone, you swipe left. You guys get the point. Let's take a look.
Conservatives are apparently unworthy these days. Look at who these girls are interested in, though.
Jeffrey is 20. He's studying political science, and he is very into social justice on the Black Lives Matter movement.
Swipe right. We share the same values.
Yeah, I would swipe right with him. Yeah, he seems very passionate. I like it.
Definitely right. Yeah, I would definitely this is exactly what I would be attracted to.
He's got a gas mask on. So here's my dating tip. Put on a gas mask so no one can see your face. Dress all in black. Carry around a BLM sign, and you'll be the stud of the campus. Antifa rioters are the new jocks now. This is insanity.
I know, but there's one thing about that guy that conservatives over at Newsmax should love. He doesn't really like any gun control. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, licensed firearm. That's the thing. It's oh my God, can you imagine this woman is attracted to this guy where all she can see is his bulging biceps and the fact that he, get this, values all human lives. What a bunch of a-holes. What? She's in college. This guy is going out there and standing up for what he believes in, and it lives. It's just hilarious. All they're doing is the exact same thing. They are creating this huge love fest among people who love Trump and who are not virtue signaling, but essentially vice signaling, saying that they love being a sleazy. sorry, an a-hole, but like it's just frustrating when they do all that stuff because it's not that they don't know what they're doing. They know absolutely what they're doing. And usually if you had some kind of critical eye on yourself, you would take a step back and be like, can we do better? But on Newsmax, they know the answer is no, they can't do better. So they just do as badly as possible and know that that's enough.
Also, I mean, look, the answer from that first of all, let's just say or point out that the whole point of this is to be critical and awful toward female college students and what their dating preferences are. That is a personal thing. And the answer from the first student in that last video that we watched, she stated it pretty clearly, right? It wasn't even about anything superficial. It wasn't about his biceps, although that guy did seem to have nice arms. It wasn't about his looks, clearly, because he's wearing a mask. She said, we share the same values. Because guess what? In a relationship, if you want to have a relationship with someone, you want to share values. But to them, that's not okay if you're unwilling to date a Trump supporter, but you're willing to date someone who tends to, share the same values for social justice and what have you. And then the final video that we're going to show you, of course, touches on coronavirus-related matters. What do I mean by that? Well, just watch.
Wow. Says what? Wear a mask? Yeah, I'm obviously not doing that. I would swipe right, but I think the question is, would she swipe right on me, especially not having a mask? I don't know.
Well, she might not rock with me because, like, y'all just saw me out here. I don't wear a mask outside sometimes.
So at least some of the students are smartening up about the masks. So my dating bio wouldn't work, all right? Trump supporter, gun owner, Newsmax host, defender of liberty, pro-law and order, no tolerance for pansies or street terrorists, and I only like tattoos of President Trump or MAGA on my arm. Oh, wait, I met my fiance on Bumble. That was my profile. Every single one of those things was in there. And she swiped right, baby, and I'm a lucky guy for it.
No one cares. Why is this guy talking about his dating life? It's so awkward and so uncomfortable. And I like how he refers to Black Lives Matter protesters as street terrorists and pansies.
Which is it, bud?
Yeah.
Look at those pansies. They're scaring me. Like, what? That's not what that means. But that's all it is these days. Like, it is all a dating. It's all Tinder. That's what Newsmax is. It's putting up this ridiculous fake ideal of what they are so that people will fall in love with them in a way that they would, if they ever had to hang out together, it would be the world's biggest letdown. That's what this guy is. That's why he goes so hard. God, it so bugs me that they don't have the bug up. See how it's like off to the side like that? Put your bug up, dude. And it's lower third busted, man. We got a whole thing here, don't you see? Don't you see? But like, that's all he's trying to do. It's vice signaling. It's like, yo, I'm a guy who loves guns, shoots puppies, kills grandparents, wants everyone to die. Don't wear a mask because that's for wuss bags. Date me, Newsmax. Like, that's it. It's like, oh, you were dating Fox? Man, I'll make you want to leave the one you're with. Start a new relationship with me over at Newsmax. OANN? Nah, that's not real. They're small. Like that kind of stuff.
It's so true. And it's taking the long-standing annoying thing that guys who aren't actually good guys would say to women, right? Like, oh, always turning down the good guys, always looking for the bad guys. Like, it's taking this and like kind of turning it on its head. And it's like, look at these women. They don't like the bad guys. They like the nice guys. Bad. Like, it's so incredibly lame. But I mean, I guess it was a slow news day for Newsmax. I think that guy just wanted to talk about the fact that he's engaged. Like, he's just so proud of the fact that someone was willing to say yes. He's like, I got it. Let's do this dating story so I can talk about how I'm finally engaged.
That's exactly it. It's so sad. It's so pathetic. And what's the implication? They want to say like, these women are terrible because no one wants to date us. That's why he's doing it, because that's typically something he doesn't want to get lumped in with this narrative that is true of like Proud Boys who can't get a date. He wants to prove he's not with them because everybody knows it. Even he can pick up on this thing that anyone would assume watching a video like that is complaining about how he can't get a date. And the sense of entitlement to be like, these people are not attracted to me. And the reason why is because they're evil. It's like, I'm sorry, but that's not really it. It's their attraction. It's their value system. And it's also like something that Trump himself would talk about. It is about like just the superficial things, like those things that are just your instincts about how you're attracted to someone because you think they're attractive. He's mad that these folks are also operating on a deeper level where they care what someone else's values are. And I thought that's what Republicans were all about. Folks on the right, I thought they were all about values-based judgments. And apparently that was wrong.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.